Great. Let me just close this and just Okay, I will share my screen so we can have our presentation. Okay, do you see my screen now?
Yep, perfect.
Great. So I'm very excited because we are launching the Slack chapter here in Athens. And this is the first time that this happens in Greece. So we are very happy with my partners in crime, Stavros and Maria from Cube Athens, to organize this.
Hey, I admit no crime.
No crime.
I admit no crime whatsoever.
So I'm going to get through the agenda points of this meetup. Yeah, of course, we are waiting for people to get checked in, and we are launching the SPC Athens, and we are having this. I'm very honored to have you, Niam, here. Niam Gori is the Slack community manager, and then she's going to talk about the Slack community and the history where we are now, and then some Q&As will follow, and some networking and feedback will be awesome. So in the meantime, it would be great if you could join us in Slack, in the community Slack community workspace, and sign in to the SPC Athens chapter channel so we can continue all of our conversations in there. So why we brought Athens Slack platform community here in Greece? Because the main reason is because we want to see more Greek innovation to happen. We want to connect Slack and tech enthusiasts all together in one space. We want to share the latest Slack updates and tech developments. We want to engage with great, inspiring speakers. We're going to host a lot of speakers from all over the world, all around the world. And we want to we will host workshops, talks, connect experts with learners, exchange feedback. Actually, this is the space where you can find all the resources you want about a topic you are interested in. So if you want, actually, please submit your topic proposals if you want to hear about how to build an app in Slack, or about workflow builder, or about team management, remote teams, everything that has to do with product design, product marketing. Please submit it in Slack so we can create the Slack agenda for 2021. So, who am I? I'm Despina Manuel. I'm marketing manager at Gigbot. And actually, I was for 80, like I used to live in Holland for 8 years. And for the last 1.5 years, I moved back to Greece because I miss the beautiful blue sky and the blue sea and the sun. And I'm very happy to work for this awesome company, which is called Gigbot. And for those who don't know what Gigbot is a personal assistant for your team operation in Slack that facilitates asynchronous team collaboration. With Gigbot, you can run daily stand-up meetings, retrospectives, one-on-one meetings, surveys, everything that has to do with your recurring tasks, you can automate them. With Gigbot, you can also produce insights and analytics about team performance, and actually it can recognize also the team sentiment status of your team and well-being, which is very, very important. I'm super honored because my team is so awesome, actually, and I'm very happy to work with them. Maria and Stavros, please.
Great. So thank you very, very much, Despina, for inviting us to join you in this adventure. And Maria's in the other room. You saw her a second ago. She's just on another call, but she'll join us in a little while, I'm told. Great to connect and great to facilitate this happening. And we've been users of Slack for many years, and we know the team at Geekbot very, very well. We visited your offices in Thessaloniki. It's a great space, and we consider ourselves, cousins in the ecosystem. So it's great to collaborate, and nice to meet too.
Great. So, Niam, it's your turn to introduce yourself and talk about the Slack platform community.
But just let me share my screen. This is always the part where you're not too sure if you're actually or not. So let me see.
I will stop
am
sharing
trying.
mine.
Yeah, let's see what happens. Okay, so technically should be sharing now. Are we in? All good?
Yes, that's
Fabulous.
good.
Okay, so hi guys. I'm Neve. I'm here in the Slack Dublin office. And by Slack Dublin office, I very much mean my parents' sitting room. So who am I and who is the team? So I represent Slack platform community, which is the which is the community that Despina is part of. And my team, well, we're not very big. We are 2 people. So I've got my manager Elizabeth, who was the founder of the community in 2019, and myself. As you can see, I got my Greek pal with a very uncommon name of Yanis to put my name in Greek for you. So I know what my name looks like, but I assure you it's Neve. If you ever meet Irish people and you see the letter H, know that what you're seeing is probably not what's going to be said. So I joined the team in June, which means that I've never actually met any of my colleagues, but because we're on Slack, it's basically a virtual office. So why community? What is the purpose of community? Well, I kind of recommend building communities really for any company that you work for, any product, because it's a brilliant way to garner love and appreciation for the product, and also some creativity and networking. So yeah, we have this community as being our hub for passionate users. So anybody who finds that, and you don't need to have the world's greatest tech ability. Don't get me wrong, there are some people who build amazing stuff on Slack, but it's more so if you just find that it improves your working life, and which is like even before joining Slack, it was one of those tools that always made work feel better because it never felt like a work tool. So it's a place that we can collaborate, share like if you made a nice workflow, or if you're just curious to see how other people are doing things, and also then for the networking side, so building a sense of belonging and up-leveling skills. So if you're not sure how to do things, somebody in our community probably knows how to do it. So yeah, we have these 4 main themes: the idea of connecting with other users, sharing what you might have learned, again, from the most simple to the most complex, learning from others, so reading what other people are saying, and then hopefully growing and building on your skill set. And we also we try and give as much thanks and appreciation as we can to our community members. Like for example, on the growing side, we worked with our friends in the certification team, and they gave a 100% discount on all of the Slack certifications, which you can still avail of up until the 1st of January. But yeah, get certified for free just for being a member of our community. So the website is simply slackcommunity.com. That will take you to where you'll be able to see all the different chapters, and that's where you can register to join. We also have a workspace that I'll show you in a second, but just a bit of history. So the community was launched in 2019, so it's coming up to its 2-year anniversary, and I just find the stats really impressive. Like you'll see them written down in a second, but within 2 years, the community now has 10,000 members, and I think that's very impressive. Yeah, so then the first event, and look at this. Look at meet people. Look at all these humans sitting very close to one another and chatting away, mask free. Everyone, yeah, so June 2019 feels like a different world, but this is what we aim to do, is to host in-person events, which I hope will be coming back in the not so far away future, fingers crossed. But yeah, you can see, so we host events in different cities, the idea being that you can meet people within your own city, you're like similar interests, similar background, or totally diverse, but the idea being meet new people and share ideas. So yeah, currently standing, there are 10,000 members and we have 100 volunteer leaders. So leaders like Despina, and that is like split into city-based chapters. And I know that like the Greek diaspora is huge. There's what a lot of you are thinking in Holland, but also the UK and Australia, I know, like all over. So even if you're not based in a particular city, you are more than welcome to join chapter-based channels or even the global channels, or keep on at events that are like events that are themed in an area of interest to you or located. The idea with the community is that as many chapters and as many people as there are, is that everything is open to everybody. So yeah, we have volunteer leaders all over the world, and 90 plus chapters. It's so close to 100. I'm really hoping that we have a potential new chapter leader in in Switzerland, and also one in Germany, which would be another German city. There's a few German chapters already, but that would push us over the edge to 100. So I could boldly claim 100 plus chapters, but at the moment I must only claim 90 plus. And yet same in 40 plus countries. That's nearly moving on to the big 50. So meet up locally. I know for now virtually, and we do all prefer to see humans in real life. Well, for the most part, we prefer to see humans in real life. But even just looking at all of like at this slide, I can see already we've got chapter leaders, some that are based in Europe, like my curly-haired pal in the middle there with the glasses, that's Francesco, and he's hosting our very first Italian language event. That's going to be in like 2 weeks' time, based on themed to do with workflows. And then we've got like chapter leaders across other places in Europe and some pretty cool cities, such as we have Alina over here in Tbilisi. And then I'm representing the global side. We've got people in Nairobi and also many different chapters across India and Pakistan. And my pal there at the bottom, I'm pretty sure he's based in Kampala. So yeah, it is very global, very, very large and wide. And again, as I said, totally different ranges of skill sets and interests. Also, one thing is that like, even if you don't want to necessarily be a very active member, if you would ever like to potentially promote your community or get a bit of public speaking experience, if you are ever interested in being a speaker at this or at one of our events, don't hesitate to like join or to ping me or to even say to Despina, because like if you think what you'd have to say could be of interest or experience to some other people, we would love to have you. So online meetups, as I said, I know that people are really missing in-person events, but the idea is that for now it will be online for the foreseeable future. But yeah, events are totally open, they're always free, and they're available to like anywhere you want. I guess as soon as it's in a time zone that is comfortable for you. But you can even like go to events where we record generally every single event, or at least try to. I can often forget to press the record button, but you're more than welcome to attend any. And even if you can't attend, what we'll do is we'll host these events. We'll keep the videos on the site so that they're accessible to you. So we've had some really interesting talks, including in the most recent fireside chat that I went to was with our team in Athens, and we had representatives there from like GitHub and Miro, and they were chatting away, talking about work from home experiences, or you know, when we have a good giving out about working from home and lamenting good internet. So yeah, and we try to keep the topics and speakers, we try to keep everything varied. So I know that it's like, it sounds like as a platform community that's going to be very, very technical, but we do try and keep it on varied themes and not just a strict technical agenda. So I know that you're familiar, but this is what the events look like, and some of the different events that we have different screenshots. We can open people up and let them speak. And meet up in Slack. So this is our Slack workspace. So if you want to join, you can just go, and there's a link here that I will put in the chat as well. But we try to keep everything within the workspace, so that way you can participate in any of the chats going on. So yeah, you can join the different chapters based on geographical location, or again, places that you're interested in. But then we have lots of different channels that are around, like, you know, feedback or APIs. So you are more than welcome to ask people questions. Also, just like share things that you're like, this isn't going so well. Does anybody have any ideas? You get direct access to the Slack teams, not just myself and my good pal Elizabeth, but the engineers. So if there's a feature of Slack that you're like, this isn't working so great, or this needs to be improved in this way, or like, or you know, sometimes people want to say this is going fantastic. You are more than welcome to like connect. We have lots of channels with direct links to our teams. And yeah, we also try to give people previews of things that are going to be coming out and potentially beta access. So if you express an interest in a certain feature that you would like to see once that's being launched, they try and look for, like, again, because when you're beta testing, you want to see not just like people in your office and how it performs, but like for the end user, people with like less people with like really good internet access, people with really poor internet access, people with, you know, wide teams, people with very like maybe a one-man band. So yeah, we're always trying to like find people in the community to beta test. So some of the popular channels are related to marketing, feedback, API. If you were to join the community, I think you get added to nearly all of these topics, but a few other ones like random and intros. But yeah, this is like, these are the most popular ones because it's, again, people are able to exchange ideas and ask questions. And with that, that is all I have for you. But if you do have any questions, either you can ask them in the chat now, or find me in the community. If you join the workspace, I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. So with that, I will stop sharing. I'm going to really hope that my internet behaved, because it doesn't always do that. You know, like I'm at my parents', which is luxurious in terms of couches and food, but not necessarily office quality internet. So I will stop, and thank you so much, everyone, for having me.
Thank you for being here, Niam. So please put all your proposals here or in Slack, and we can build like a very beautiful calendar for 2021 with a series of events. Yes, please let us know, because we want to hear from you. We want to organize very interesting conversations, talks, workshops, everything that you are interested in. You can find it here. And yeah, if you want to be featured, if you want to convey your knowledge, share it with us, and we can organize a session with you.
Also, what we can do, what we can try to do, so is we can open up give the attendees some access, and hopefully if you want to speak, so for Yanis and Angeliki and Helen and Nick, if any of you want to speak or even go on camera, you should be able to do it. Again, sometimes when we test this out, it works wonderfully. And then, of course, when you have an audience, that is when it will choose to not work. So let's try it out.
Yes.
And again, we'll see what happens.
Yes, why not?
I have a first question, if I may.
Go for it, Zavras.
Okay. So first question from me. Now, we all know that Slack is an awesome product, fantastic product, amazing, life-changing product. But recently, in the last week or so, there's been a big change and a big acquisition of Slack by a company. I want to know how you guys are going to change that company, because that other company is a very slow product and very old school product. It's quite interesting to see how the one will infect the other, right? Do we have a lot of Salesforce users that are using Slack, or does Salesforce internally use Slack? And how might that kind of evolve?
Yeah, so Salesforce does use Slack. I think they're one of our biggest customers. When it comes to some of the finer details of the acquisition, I don't have them, and it's not that I have all this knowledge and I'm refusing to share it. I actually don't. And please note that, like, when you found out about the acquisition is very much around the same time as me. But what we foresee is, like, I know that when it comes to the Salesforce community, so they have huge events like Trailblazers and that. We're hoping to, like, on the community side, take some of their knowledge and experience, but very much maintain, like, Slack is around, it's a different product and it gives users a different feeling. But Salesforce being so big means it also has a wealth of developers and a much greater team that can perhaps increase the speed in which we release new features. So I'm going to see when you see, but hopefully we're going to see good things.
Thank you, Neve.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Look forward to it. We look forward to it.
Hopefully.
Nice.
I see Dimitris joined us. Nick Papanopoulos, of course, from Geek Party joined us. Yanis is there. Kostas.
Yes, Angeliki, Helen, I know that, like, it seems to have worked for you guys. I've tried to give everybody access, but it seems to have only worked for you. But if you want to go on camera, you're welcome to. You don't have to, no obligation. Or if you just want to even wave, that's always nice. Yeah, I'm waving right back at you. You can see me doing it rather than the written word.
Thessaloniki is very well represented tonight.
What's going on here?
Yeah, what's happening?
What's going on?
Hi, Dimitris. Nice to meet you.
No, this isn't chat. This is not chat roulette, Dimitri. No, you're coming to the wrong window.
How can I leave? Do I leave the whole conversation by pushing this?
Don't leave.
No one...
Why? Actually, I would like you to get introduced to us. This would be great to learn something about you, maybe.
Hi.
You're featured now.
So, hi, I'm Thessaloniki. People know me with this. I'm not used to this. I'm well recognized now, Stavros. I'm a product manager currently. I'm using Slack for 5 years. We have a big community here in Thessaloniki. We're based on Slack from 2015, I think. We are not that many people. I mean, 700, 800, something like that. Our dream is to work hard and use our money to buy a premium Slack subscription, because our messages are disappearing, and we say the same jokes again and again because we cannot see them. I think that's all. The pandemic helped us. I mean, they helped us. Okay, helped us. The community was somehow more active online. And what else? Congrats for the acquisition from Salesforce. I hope Salesforce doesn't break this community thing that you are building all these years. Because we all know what's going on with the acquisition, what's happening sometimes with the acquisitions. I think I said enough.
Do you know? So, like, well, as I said, I don't know how things are going to go, but there are other companies, because Salesforce is so huge. There's other companies that it acquired, including Tableau and MuleSoft, and I didn't even realize that. Because nothing seems to have really changed on their side. So again, no promises for me, as I have very little to zero say in any of this, but that says to me that things probably aren't going to change too dramatically. But also, I really like this idea of all these people in Thessaloniki, and all I can envisage is an in-person event in Athens or Thessaloniki, and I think we would have a lovely time.
Definitely. Really hope the pandemic is over and let's get started with the physical events. Actually, this was the initial goal, to create an event in your workspace. And but we launch virtually, that's fine, but we really like the personal connection as well, just to meet people.
Certainly makes for better snacks.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
And all the swag that people could get. So let's plan it for 2021.
One of my best friends works in Pfizer. His name's just Trev. So like, Trev, come on, show your friend some love. Come on, Trev, hook us up. So hopefully if Trev hooks me up, I can ask Trev to sort everyone out.
Nice. Great. So we have more attendees. Kostas. Hi, Kostas. And
that's a good theme for a future event, Kostas. We can look at Slack within an ecosystem or Slack being the ecosystem. That's a good idea for a topic.
Great.
Lovely.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you using a Slack apps from the marketplace? And if yes, which is your favorite one?
Is that to the room, Dimitri, or to Kostas in particular?
It's a question to everyone.
Not even being biased, I love Geekbot. Like, I use that very often. Also, Clockwise is another app that I use quite frequently. And Polly, that's probably like my main ones.
Cool. Dimitri, which one do you use?
We do use Polly. I do use Geekbot, of course. And the other day I found one very interesting application. We were trying to count the votes in a competition, and the thread was massive. And we had a person each day. By the end of the day, he was trying to count one by one the the reactions. But I found a good one. What's the name of the app? Let me search it, and I'll tell you.
Like a good chapter, if you like, within the chapter for each meetup that we might have. That we have a few people present some of their favorite apps within Slack, which could be useful to everyone else. Because quite often, I mean, there's quite a big selection on there, and it's always good when you can have suggestions and endorsements, if you like, from other people. So,
one of the coolest ones that I heard being used, it was we had a round table during Frontiers, so a big Slack event, but it was just like a user-based round table and people talking about, again, their preferred apps, but one of them was an app that people had built just for their own office use, and it was like they were US based, but every day at 3 p.m. An alert would go out to the entire company, and it was for all the parents who have kids to wheel their kid out in front of the computer, and the CEO would read a story. And I was like, that is a nice, wholesome usage of technology.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. Great.
I think I cannot find it.
I think for us a useful one would be an app where we could book time on the ping pong table. I'm sitting on it right now. So that might be a cool app.
Given how
I know that
how the office has been quite empty for a while, I can't imagine you had to really fight for your place at the ping pong table over the last few months.
I can tell you that the offices are very empty, but the people who are not in their offices are normally playing ping pong. There's not much work going on, so ping pong is always a good escape mechanism, if you like, from everybody's problems and woes in these difficult uncertainties?
In an office I used to work for Box in London, and they had a ping pong table. We all got really good, and it was like, oh yes, what is it? The rule of 10,000 hours.
I mean, you'll have seen Forrest Gump, right? He got really good when he got shot in the butt.
Yep.
Ox.
Oh, okay. I will leave. Oh, Dimitri, do say.
Yeah, I will leave too because I want to run because they lock me in.
Up.
It's called Scoreboard. Scoreboard, yes. And it has
Okay,
a
cool.
free version. The truth is that I didn't use it. I didn't have time to search more and how it works and stuff like that. But it seems really cool.
Deadly.
Another suggestion from Angeliki, app engagement. Your favorite topic?
Oh, Angeliki, forgive me if I pronounced your name wrong. So last week in Slack, so in that workspace, we had an Ask Me Anything with the app directory team. And as part of that, like, people were talking about some of the things that they do to engage others, and also like just generally having a conversation about like, how do you approach getting people to engage with your app? There's a lot of people building, and I think it's a good place to get some ideas or steal other people's ideas about how you get people to actually use the apps that you build.
Yeah. Okay, first of all, hi to everyone. It's very nice to be here.
Hi, Angeliki.
Congratulations, Despina, for organizing this. So just a few words to introduce me. I'm marketing product manager at Clever Ads. It's like a suite of products for advertising, digital advertising, and we also have an application for Slack. So yeah, lately it's like my favorite topic because it has been my priority to like increase the engagement of the application, and of course, like something very useful in order to improve this part is having the adequate metrics, analytics, and reporting. And I know that it's like a topic that always comes up when regarding applications in the Slack app directory regarding the reporting and the usage and everything. I know that the answer is like always the same, that a lot of people are asking about it, but it's not still on your roadmap, right?
To my knowledge, reporting, I think, is a future, like, it's not roadmap in the way that I can say expected by the third quarter next year, but it is something that I think is very likely to be incorporated. Just like even you asking about it, when the team opened up the AMA, know that it was a very popular question that they're receiving, and it's also like one of the things that they want as well. So I do see it with more metrics and reporting coming out, but I'm not too sure when.
I see. And also, like, because I think it's very useful to see how you measure active members of an application, because I know that this is taken into consideration for the positioning in the Slack app directory and everything. So yeah, all this information will be very useful for this for us, like the marketing managers.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Is there anything else that someone wants to mention? A proposal, suggestion, anything?
Do we have a date for our next meetup?
I think we don't have a date, but yeah, based on the proposals and maybe like on the feedback that we get, we can create a calendar from, I don't know, January, and maybe we can create the events. Like, I don't have a specific.
Or you could just take Just take a dart and throw it on January's calendar,
Yes.
wherever it lands, right? Too much democracy is a bad thing in these cases.
Yes.
Just pick a date. I'm sure we'll make it happen.
But actually, yeah, the goal was to launch the Slack community, and we want to start growing and engaging with you, and start discussing about interesting topics. Yeah, we can build it up. I mean, we can discuss about anything that yeah, we are interested in. So. And we can
Sounds good.
book
Sounds good.
like speakers from all over the world. I mean, like we can request from the Slack community. If you guys have any suggestion, yeah, please drop a message. Join us in Slack, and we can discuss about it, and we can create beautiful events. I'm sure.
I hear Donald Trump will be available in a few.
Great, that would be amazing. I will send a request for you, Stavros, to check his availability.
He'll be free. He'll be free.
Great.
Do they have the internet in the jail? I'm not sure. We'll find out.
Okay, I thought I pushed it to the limit, but you really took it to the limit.
Lovely to meet
All right,
you guys.
good. This isn't going on YouTube.
Lovely to have you, Miriam. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, let's continue this in Slack, and we keep, yeah, chatting.
Efresto,
Be well, everyone.
Bye.
Yasa.
Bye, guys.
Yasa,
Bye.
Kalita.
Thank you.
Bye.